Hello and welcome back to another video. Today I'll be taking a look at Toycat's Toolkit add-on. So Toycat is a YouTuber much bigger than me. He does Minecraft stuff, and I have featured one of his add-ons previously, the Boss Battles add-on or whatever it was called. And I didn't think much to it because they were pretty easy to beat, except for like one that was annoying and like one that hit through my shield. That one was also annoying, so it's just like, and so I wasn't super jazzed about his first add-on, but this is his second add-on. So let's see what it has to offer. So first up is the multi-tool. Tired of losing half the space on your hotbar to tools, the multi-tool combines an axe, pickaxe, hoe and shovel into one for all your block destruction needs. You can craft 4 tools of the same material together with string to create the multi-tool. Note, there is no netherite multi-tool as the alloy is too strong to combine in a crafting table. Here's 4 tools, string, combining into multi-tool, mine any material. So if I go to game mode 1, and let's do this at diamond. So there's one for like all of them except for netherite. So it's axe, pickaxe, shovel, and hoe. And I almost forgot the string. And if we go to game mode 0, you can see that you just craft it like that. Easy peasy. So how much durability does this have? It doesn't say, and I don't think I have my hold on, if I quickly just go here, I think I have a texture pack that should allow me to see resource packs available. And here we go, durability viewer. Hopefully that should allow me to see the durability of this thing. Don't know why it wasn't on previously. I would have thought that would have been one of the things I put on. No, apparently not. So let's just wait for this to load up. There we go. 1,500. So diamond. So 1,500. 1,561, 1,561. So it's the same durability as any one of these. So you are getting like a quarter of the durability just from one of these. Can this be enchanted though? Is what I want to know. So it can be enchanted with fortune, unbreaking, efficiency, and mending. And if it can be enchanted with fortune, it can also be enchanted with silk touch. And if I take my arm off, so I don't have haste, otherwise I'll just be insta-mining everything. Here we go. Ooh, yeah, pretty fast at mining. So yeah, well, it's basically the same as diamond. Yeah, so it's a very simple thing. So you can mine stone, you can dig there's some dirt there. So this I find this mostly useful for just strip mining. because you'll be you usually be strip mining in the overworld, and you'll find like a patch of gravel, especially in the Nether. In the Nether, if you're strip mining, or you'll be or just like digging a tunnel, you'll quite often find a lot of gravel, so that's very helpful for that. But the axe part isn't super handy, with the exception of like when you're building something, then and you I was like, oh, I misplaced this like wooden stair block, I'll just smash it real quick with the multi-tool. Yeah, but still pretty cool, and they're nice to have, because again, it does, like the tooltip says, it does compact multiple slots into one. But this isn't like the first add-on to add something like this. Essentials added the Paxel, which is basically the same thing. Oh wait, that reminds me, I wanted to test, can you make paths and farmland with this? So I need grass, not moss, for this. So if I right click, it does nothing. If I shift right click, it does nothing. Okay, can I strip a tree? No. Right, so these are things that need to be added to this. So firstly, if you right click a block, it should make path. If you shift right click, it should make farmland. If you right click a log, it should turn that log into its stripped variant. That's my only real complaint with this. But let's move on to the next thing. We have the cage carrier. Spawners are excellent for farms, but often too far from home to be useful. With the cage carrier, you can take a spawner anywhere you please. Simply place mossy cobblestone above the spawner, then use the cage carrier on the mossy cobblestone. The spawner will be absorbed into your cage carrier for you to place wherever you want. You can use the cage carrier to move a monster spawner, trial spawner is nice, and moving vaults is also nice. I would like, what I would like is an entirely new block that acts as a vault, but it is reusable on like a 5 or 10 minute cooldown. So, how do you craft the cage? The cage carrier is 3 iron bars and 4 chains. So, cage carrier. Come on, there we go. Again, mossy cobble. And a mob. Spawn. There you go, spawner. So let's say, you're in the early game and you need an easy way to get like bones, and you find and you get lucky and you find a skeleton spawner, but oh no, the skeleton spawner is like 500 blocks from my base. No problem, just slap that on there and then interact on the mossy cobble block. It'll give you the mossy cobble back and you'll get the filled cage carrier. Then you can just take this kit, the monster spawner, wherever you want in your base. Say you already have like a fat mob farm built out. You can just place this in your mob farm, and done. And what's really nice is that if you misplace it, you can just reuse it infinitely. So yeah, that's pretty cool and useful. Again, not the first add-on to give you a way to move these. Like again, Essentials has a thing that you can enable that lets you pick up and move pick up mob spawners if you have a Silk Touch Diamond pickaxe. And there's other add-ons like Carry More that lets you move them and stuff. So it's just like, it's not super new, but it is useful. But if you have those two add-ons, then you don't really care about that. Then we have the Shield Skiff. The Shield Skiff can be used to surf on snow and ice similar to boats, with one key difference: the Shield Skiff can travel uphill. This ultimate sled that can be crafted from 2 shields and a string. The Shield Skiff is specifically made for snow, ice. It does not float. Good thing I'm in the perfect biome to test this out. So I need to go to game mode 1. So 2 shields. Shield Skiff. So this is partly inspired by Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild shield surfing. Oh, it is quite fast on ice. Whee! And yeah. So if you jump, you get off. So, but it does automatically go up blocks itself. Oh. So it can go up 1 block height, but it can go up 2 blocks height. Whoa. IDX Toycat released a short showing this off that I've seen, and he showed off like what the use case he thought for it. He was thinking for this, and it was like a race, kind of like why am I failing to describe such a simple concept? It basically he had a blue ice race course that you were using, and it lets you like build them more 3-dimensionally. Yeah, and of course it can't loot. It lets you build them more 3-dimensionally thinking rather than just sideways. And with it not being able to float, that's actually quite. You could actually use that as like in Mario Kart, you have like the grassy areas and stuff, off-road that slow you down. You could have the water area, just like 1 block deep water areas, be like that. And yeah, this is a pretty cool item, and I'd definitely prefer using this over a boot. Because it does feel like you have more control over it on blue ice. Even if it has still not a ton of control, it does feel more intuitive. I guess intuitive is the way to describe how this feels. Oh. And you just punch it once and it breaks, unlike boats that you have to punch a million times. But yeah, it goes quite slowly on land. Yeah, pretty cool. Then we have the Cloud Pellet. The Cloud Pellet allows you to build in mid-air. The days of slowly pillaring up are over. Simply look at the air where you want to build and use a cloud pellet. A magic cloud will appear, which you can stand on and use as a starting point to place other blocks. Breaking the magic cloud will drop your original cloud pellet. So defeat a phantom, obtain the phantom membrane, get snowball, craft cloud pellet. So it's a phantom membrane and snowball. If I go into creative mode, phantom membrane, I do like it when an add-on adds a use for an item that otherwise doesn't have many uses, like the phantom membrane. Cloud pellets. So yeah, it's 8 snowballs around 1 phantom membrane. So if I just go up and I interact, yeah, it just places a block not too far away. You can also do it to the side. Like the book said, this is mostly a thing to help you build. You can also do it up. You can't. Nope, and that's gone. Yeah, pretty nice. This is something I have been noticing that other islands have done before, because it is like nice being able to just like build, not have to pillar up, and you can just place a block there. Oh yeah, still too far. Place another. Oh, why isn't it letting me place one off it? Nope. Anyway. Yeah, pretty neat. On to the next one. Cloud capsule. Falling to your death, don't sweat it. Deploy a cloud capsule to land safe and sound on a 3x3 platform of magic clouds. The cloud capsule cancels all your momentum, letting you touch down as light as ever. The cloud capsule can be created in a brewing stand by brewing a cloud pellet into a water bottle. Oh, that's neat. I'm just going to give myself that because I don't want to wait for it to... Well, brew... Might as well. Brewing stand. Water. Just to make sure it works. And blood. Brewing stand. Water bottles. Blaze powder. One of these. Yeah, it's working. And we have the cloud capsule. Oh, and a stack. That's nice. So say you're up very, very, very high, like building on a platform or something, or wherever. Let me just take my arm off so I lose my slow falling. And it takes a while for... There we go. And now... Whoop. Ah. So deploy... So you don't have to... So it's not like the water bottle... water bucket clutch. Where you have to... Oh. And this is a way to get infinite to leave, I guess. It's not like the water bucket clutch where you have to time it perfectly. Also, with this you could just... Hold on, if I get... Hold on, give... At P... pick... Diamond pickaxe... Enchant... At P... Silk... Touch. If I hit this with Silk Touch... Oh, you can get... Ooh. So you can use these magic cloud blocks as building blocks, and you can just so what I was thinking is if you have like a big drop you want to go down, you can just use these since they're like slime blocks or honey blocks at the bottom to cancel all the fall damage. So yeah, that's pretty cool. You can pick these up with Silk Touch. Something I want to test real quick. Well, is... Well, actually, yeah, no. I was going to test if it can save you from the void, but yeah, no, definitely can, unless you like get like right in the bottom, but by that time you're already probably dead. Yeah, you can if you take them to the end. You before you have a light wind stuff. If you're afraid of like falling into the void. You can use that to avoid falling into the void and just build off it to get back to safety. You can also do that with the with just the pellets themselves. That's pretty cool. Heavy crossbow. The heavy crossbow is an upgrade to the crossbow that fires 3 special bolts instead of basic arrows. The blast bolts explode upon landing and naturally require TNT to craft. The gust bolts launches the player backwards even in midair. The ore bolt mines all ores in a large area around when it lands, saving you precious time. Enchant a heavy crossbow with a multi-shot to triple your power. So yeah, crossbow, redstone, obsidian. So crossbow, redstone, obsidian. So to craft the heavy crossbow, you need crossbow. I have crossbow. Crossbow. Weird. Anyway, now I have the heavy crossbow. So yeah, like it said, oh, so you. Oh yeah, you can't. Yeah, so I don't have any bottles, so it's not doing anything. So let me go into game mode 1 again, real quick. So so TNT. So there's blast bolts, gust bolts, ore bolts. Use the offensive bolt, charge and release. Add a quick charge enchantment, add multi-shot. So blast, gust, and ore bolts. So hold on, yeah. So blast, gust, and ore. Let me just quickly check how you craft these. Well, yeah, if I just put in bolt. So blast bolt is 4 hours around TNT and you get 8. Same for gust, but it's a wind charge. And all bolts are 4 hours around an emerald. They're pretty cheap. So let's show off the blast bolt first. Let's go to an area that's already a bit excludified. That one didn't do anything. Nope. Okay, that went through that block. Are these blocks? No. Okay, weird. So yeah, it does a little bit of damage, not but bunch of damage to the environment. But yeah, if you wanna shoot TNT, now you can. I don't really get why you would want to. Oh, hold on. Let me just get a second heavy crossbow. Enchant at P. Quick charge. I think 3 is the max. Yeah, 3. Quick charge 3. And multi-shot. Okay, it's a bit hard to see, but I think they're all just going in a straight line. Sometimes this just doesn't work. Weird. Yeah, it doesn't seem to have increased the explosionary size any. No. There we go. Okay, so yeah, it did increase it, I guess. I saw multiple explosions there. Yes, not exactly the super consistent. Anyway, onto the gust bolt. So does this knock the target back or the player back? Okay, it knocks the player back. That's annoying, actually. It would be way better if it just knocked the target back rather than the player. And if I... Wait, can I use this to fly? Oh! Okay, yeah, that's a good use case for it. Just to launch yourself up. And then you could use your elytra. So it's not useless. But I feel like it's more of a utility kind of thing rather than a weapon. And next up is the ore bolt. So, oh wait. There's some coal ore right there. Oh. So it doesn't teleport the ore to you. Just leaves the ore where it is. That is annoying. Because let's say there was like some diamond ore behind this wall and I didn't know, and I was like, oh, there's some ore here, I'm gonna just shoot that. They also mine the diamond ore behind the wall, and I wouldn't know that, and then the diamond ore would just sit, the diamonds that were mined would just sit there and and just then despawn. I think they should change this so that it should drop the ore itself and not, mine it. And in exchange for doing that, it just teleports the ore to you. So you still have to mine the ore when you get back to your base or whenever. But it teleports all the ore to you, even the ore like that's in the walls. So it makes it so that it still has a use case of you're still getting more ores than you otherwise would be. Other than that, I'm a little bit disappointed because it kind of doesn't really feel like an upgrade to the crossbow. It kind of just feels like more like a utility item than anything else. But that can easily be fixed because they could just add more bolts in a future update, and yeah, I can definitely, if they add like iron bolts, gold bolts, diamond bolts, netherite bolts that will let the crossbow do a ton of damage. Like maybe have the iron bolts do as much as like an instant damage instant damage 2 arrow, and have iron, and then have gold bolts do a bit more than that, and then diamond bolts do more than that, and then netherite bolts do 20 damage or something. I don't know. But yeah, that's it's decent right now. I can definitely see the use cases for it, but it's just kind of doesn't feel like an upgrade to the crossbow. Kind of just like I said, just feels like something different. Really. And then we got End Scry. End Scry is an endgame material native to the End. End Scry ore can be found near the void below the End Islands. Getting End Scry is a challenge, but it allows you to craft the best items from the Toykat's Toolkit, so it's well worth the effort. Consider using cloud capsules to navigate safely above the void. So if we go to the end, and let's see if we can see any of this. Oh, there's my portal. And if we go down here, I think that was that. I think all these are probably from the Eternal End add-on. I'm not seeing any ore though. Oh no, that's just more. Yeah, no, I'm not seeing any of this End Scry ore. They didn't say that it. Did I just like see like some blocks get removed? I don't know. I might getting crazy. They didn't say that was that it only spawned in the Outer End Islands. It just said that it spawned near the void. Could try going to the Outer End Island and see if it spawns out there. Because I'm just not seeing any here right now. Yeah, I'm gonna go to the Outer End Island and see if there's any of this ore. Out there. So there's this here. Let's jump in here. Might have been a better idea to go through one of the other portals I used to like review the Eternal End add-on, but over here seems like it's new chunks. Maybe it just couldn't spawn in old chunks. Wait, yes, here we go. Got some here. So it's yeah, only one though. So this is quite rare. Oh no, there we go. Some more here. So it's not super rare, but it's not super common either. So if I just game 0 kill at P. Yeah, I just lost everything because I forgot keep inventory wasn't on. Oh well. Do I have a? I might have a spare. So here, diamond. Yep. Well, I'll just have to sort that out in my own time. Anyway. So. Ends. Yes. Ends cry. So we have the ore, and then we have the ore, and then we have the block. Let's take a look at this block real quick. I like how they just like kind of like flow into each other. Oh, how about the top? How does the top look? Yeah, the top's the same. It all flows into each other. That's nice. I like it when the texture just like flow, allows it to like flow from one block to another. Well, that way it kind of feels like one big thing rather than just like lots of little things. So, book. There you go, Toycat's Toolkit guidebook. Hey, that's nice. Okay, so we have End's Cry Armor. End's Cry Armor is an upgrade to Iron Armor, much like Netherite is an upgrade to Diamond. Each piece of End's Cry adds a unique effect to the player. The End's Cry helmet automatically grants night vision while below the deep slate layer. That's a little bit annoying. It's like it gives you night vision, but only when you're below deep slate. When you're at like the deep slate layer, which is annoying. Of the world, allowing you to explore massive. Yeah, but it would also be nice if it was just on all the time. Without torches, the End's Cry chestplate teleports you away when it. This is the second time I've seen this effect. The first time was in the what's it called? Magical Crops? I think it was called that. Anyway, Elemental Crops. Sorry. And it was bad there, especially when I fight in the Ender Dragon. You would get hit, and then you teleport into the Ender Dragon and get hit again. Teleport into the Ender Dragon, get hit again. Teleport into the Ender Dragon and die. So, and it was annoying basically. Well, no, it was the inverse. You didn't get teleported. They got teleported. So the Ender Dragon would get teleported into you. Unless sneaking or jumping like an Enderman. End's Cry leggings and boots provide potion effects while standing on end. This could have been cool if it wasn't like, oh, you get these effects but only when this is happening. But it's just like, but why? Why not? Why have me go through the trouble of going to the end, get this very rare and a bit of a pain in the butt to get, or just so that I could just to lock the abilities behind just seemingly random, and I think superfluous words here. Just kind of stupid. It's just kind of dumb just locking it behind. Oh, you can only have night vision when you're below deep sleep. You can only have jump boost and speed if you're on endstone, and you can and stuff gets teleported away when you're hit. And it's like, but why would I go out of my way to get this rare ore, to get this armor, when the effects aren't that good in the first place, but then you gatekeep them behind arbitrary conditions. I'm not even really going to bother with the armor because, like I said, it's just. Well, there is one thing I want to check, actually. So, I do want to check how much protection it gives you. Not even as much as Diamond. So, you don't get as much protection as Diamond. You have abilities that only activate sometimes, and only ability that doesn't activate on with like a one with like one certain with like a clause isn't really that good in the fit. This armor's just not good. Like they started out good with like being like, oh, it's slightly worse than diamond, but you get effects. But then they completely messed up by locking those effects behind the stupid preconditions as like being standing on endstone, being below deep slate layer. It's just not worth it at all. I'm fine with an armor being not as good as diamond. Diamond, but you get special effects from it. That's fine, but looking those behind the stupid. I think I'm gonna pee myself, but yeah, just locking them behind the stupid preconditions like being below deep slate or standing on endstone just makes the armor not worth it at all to get out of your way to get. Like, it would be real nice if I had night vision right now, wouldn't it? Like, you do know caves exist below deep slate, right, Toycat? Right, yeah. And I do feel like that giving you night vision below deep slate was the entire thing was to make cave exploring more fun, but caves exist below deep slate. And also, you're at the end. You're not really going to be doing much caving when you've got full diamond armor. You've killed the Ender Dragon. You've got an Elytra. Like, it feels like that should have been like much easier to get. No, whatever. On to the next thing. Colossal tools. Enscrite cannot be used to craft tools directly. Instead, they coat an iron tool in Enscrite to form a colossal tool. Colossal tools mine 3x3 area of natural blocks in an instant. For example, the colossal pickaxe will mine 3x3 area when mining stone, a natural block, but not stone bricks, a crafted block. The colossal hoe and shovel can also be used to create 3x3 areas of farmland or dirt paths. Due to their size, colossal tools cannot be enchanted. That seems arbitrary. So, they're big, so they can be. But why? So yeah, shovel, axe, pickaxe, and hoe. So I assume it's just like on the iron tools, axe, pickaxe, shovel, hoe. So for the colossal axe, you need crying obsidian as well. Why though? And why do you need crying obsidian? Anyway. So I think the least useful here is the axe, because under what circumstances would you need to mine a 3x3 area of wood? Like, unless you have like a big tree farm that feeds the logs into a cube maker, you're not really gonna need to dig 3x3. Like, even here, like chopping down the tree is not really that useful. Hoe is probably the next most useful because well, you can mine leaves, which is good for siltage, but obviously, like it said, you can also mine a 3x3 make a 3x3 hoe dirt, which would be nice if it would like destroy like grass and sand, grass and snow and stuff that's on top of the dirt. And dirt paths with the shovel and just being able to mine. Also being able to mine a bunch of moss is nice as well. Just, yeah. Well, the most useful here is definitely going to be the pickaxe, because just being able to mine a big 3x3 of, you know, stone is just, or deep slate is just going to be nice, because it's, you know, you just dig through it. And I feel like not being able to enchant these does really just like kill their usefulness in that, though. Like I remember like IBX Toycat, he made a video a bit back, literally just talk about how before mending, you know, we'd have to like make like 50 million pickaxes because and you know, of every like tool, because we couldn't, because you know we could it would cost too much to repair them and stuff, and it's like, but now with my addon use, well, we decided that it would be a good idea to bring that back for some reason. Like, not being able to put mending on your tools is probably the worst decision you can do if you're making an add-on with that adds tools. I'm not even asking for like efficiency, or well, unbreaking would also be really nice, but I'm not even like asking for like efficiency, fortune, or silk touch. I'm just asking for like mending, so I don't have to make 50 million of these colossal pickaxes if I want to use them in any large capacity, in any real capacity, or any of these other tools. Yep. So yeah, not the greatest, really. And the last one is the spinneret. The spinneret is the ultimate traversal tool. This item can be used to grapple to distant blocks, crossing larger distances in an instant. The physics of swinging take some time to understand, but once they click, you'll be zipping around the world faster than ever. You can not take fall damage while grappling. The spinneret does not work underwater or while gliding with an elytra. So you need End's Cry, Ender Pearl, End Crystal to make the spinneret. There's End's Cry. There was End's Cry, End Crystal, and something else. Ender Pearl. Ender Pearl. And crystal. So I imagine this is going to be in a staff shape. Nope. That does not really look like a staff or whatever. Well, is it supposed to be a staff? F5. It's not really supposed to be a staff, so the crafting recipe does kind of make sense. So you interact and you like pull towards that block, and then I thought you weren't supposed to take full. Well, I guess when you let go, you just do. Okay, so yeah, you don't take full damage when you're actually using it, but when you let go, you do take full damage. And it would be nice if it gave you like, you know, slow fall or something, so you didn't take full damage. Okay, that's too far away. Nope. Here we go. Oh wait, can you? So can I? Okay, so you can sort of move a bit. So you can like reduce like fall damage. Oh, here we go. Going up here. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Honestly, probably the only real thing I would use Ends Try for. Because everything else is kinda not worth it. Well, except for the building blocks. The blocks look nice. You probably do some cool stuff with the block of it. But it's just like kinda... Like, it's like, oh, you make the best stuff of it. There's only one thing that's really worth making though. Like, honestly, if I had to rank these features from best to worst, worst would definitely be the Ends Cry armor. Then the second worst is heavy crossbow. Then probably the cloud pellets and the cloud capsule. Well, you know, colossal tools, then the cloud pellet, cloud capsule. Then, so I think the cloud pellets and cloud capsules are legitimately useful and they're worth going out your way to get. Then, well, actually, nah. Ends Cry is just below cloud capsule because it's like, yes, it does let you make the spinner rare, but and it's also a nice block, but it's also a bit of a pain in the butt to get. Then. I guess the multi-tool, then shield, skiff, and the key. I think the cage carrier is best and spinneret is second best because I can definitely see like people doing some cool stuff with the spinneret once they've had like time to like figure it out and stuff, and you can also probably like kind of combine with the elytra. So you just like use it to go up and then you can glide. So you can't use it while you're gliding, but if you stop gliding and then you grab on and then you can start gliding to let you definitely do some fun stuff with this. Oh yeah, but problem is you do need to stop gliding to use it and then you start gliding again. So stop gliding, grapple up, glide, and why is the game decided to lag all of a sudden? Stop gliding, grapple. Definitely use it in place of like rockets if you don't have a like creeper gunpowder way of getting gunpowder reliably. Nope, and I died. Oh well. But yeah, overall, it's a bit of a mixed bag. There are some cool stuff in here, but there's also some stuff that just aren't really worth it. Because it's just like either how much of a pain in the butt they are to get, or just because they can't be enchanted. Mind both of them apply to the large tools. Or just like lack of usefulness, like the armor's just not very useful because it's not as good as time, and then you only get the effects some of the times. It's like not really worth it. So yeah, it's time to rank this. And honestly, this add-on was a bit disappointing. I was expecting to rank this higher. But it does have. I was honestly expecting it to be like must have, or at least bordering must have, because my expectations were a bit high for it. Because like Toycat, he's been playing this game a long time, so I expected him to like he was basically like, oh, this is stuff I've wanted to see in my world. So it's like, oh, he's played this game a lot. He should have some good ideas about how to improve it, and there are some good ideas in here. Like the armor had a good idea, basically not being as good as Dime, but you get effects from it to make it better. But it's just how they executed that idea by locking those effects behind either being below Deep Slate or being on Endstone that ruined that idea. tools that dig a affect a 3x3 area. That's cool, but it's kind of ruined by the fact that you can't enchant it with like unbreaking or mending. So you just like for every couple hundred blocks, like I think their durability. Hold on, let me double check. But I'm pretty sure their durability was literally just like 300 durability. Big. No, not was. There's a giant. Pick. Colossal. That's what they're called. They're the colossal tools. So the colossal pickaxe. Yeah, it literally has 346 durability, which is only slightly more than an iron pickaxe. It's only like, I think. So yeah, that feature kind of got ruined by just not being able to be enchanted with unbreaking and mending. And it's like the crossbow, cool idea, but it's not really an upgrade to the crossbow because it doesn't really act as an efficient weapon. Unless you want to blow up half your world. So it's just like going down, and you should consider, because it does have some cool things like the multi-tools, but it's just like kind of like most of it's kind of like down by well, the problem is the things that it does do well, like the multi-tool and the being able to move spawners, is also in other add-ons which do more things and does those things better, and it kinda falls flat on its face. Like the shield skiff, like that is a legitimately like unique, cool thing that works really well. But that's the only thing in this add-on that I can say is useful, unique to this add-on, and genuinely cool. Like everything else is either not unique to this add-on, not really that useful, or not that cool. And like the what was it called? I can't remember that like grappling hook thing, whatever the last item. That's the only other item I can say was all three of those things. And like when only two of your features can meet all three of those things, and it's kind of just like you probably should have thought about it a bit more, unfortunately. Which I kind of feel bad, like, because I think I also put his other add-on in here with Boss Blitz is also in this tier, and I kind of feel like people are going to start accusing me of just being an IBX Toycat hater, and I don't hate IBX Toycat. You know, he's a cool dude. He's also British, which gives him bonus points in my book. I've just not been a super big fan of his add-ons, though. They've just kind of missed the mark, in my opinion. But yeah, let me know what you think down in the comment section below. What do you think of the add-on? Do you agree with me that, it's not really that good, or do you think that I'm just an idiot that hates Toycat and blah blah blah? Whatever you think, let me know down in the comment section below. Hope to see you guys in the next video. And I almost forgot to thank channel members, and I'm pretty sure there's still only Phoenix that's a channel member. But yeah, if you want to become a channel member, you can become one for as little as like I think the lowest tier is like literally just like £1. Yeah, it's just that Phoenix has Superfan, which costs £5, but for as little as like £1, you can get You can become a channel member. You get like exclusive content. Isn't and there's not like any exclusive like add-on reviews or anything. It's just going to be like videos that otherwise wouldn't go up on the channel because like for one reason or another like they just don't fit with like my other style of content because or whatever. But yeah, hope you guys all did enjoy this video. Hope to see you guys in the next one, and bye bye.